Okay, so you want to put two videos together to show one on one side and one on the other side. I'm just using some clips that I had on hand here. So I've got this video and this video that are now overlaid. So as it is right now, if I were to play this, let me just turn the audio off. It would just immediately jump to, let's see, boop, it would just jump to the next video. So what we can do instead is highlight this. We go up to this, we click Video Overlay Settings, and this will give us a few different options. The first option is Cutaway, which is already selected, which is what you just saw. The second is green/blue screen. Since I have a green screen, we can actually see what that looks like. So it changes that green into transparency. Unfortunately, with this option, you cannot change the location of the top video here. Um, there are some options as far as resizing this, which we can look at in a little bit. But the third option here is split screen, and I believe, if based on what you were describing, I think this is kind of what you were looking for. So there's that. And so within that, there are other options. You can position the top video, this video on the right side if you want, or there's top or bottom. I don't think you'd really ever want that, but there's that. Okay, all right, slide. I don't know what this does. Google it. So last one is picture in picture. This is kind of like a Mark Dice type thing. He does this a lot where he'll have like a little picture of himself down at the bottom and it'll play, and you can move it around or resize it here. Just click that and then you can change that, whatever. There are some options within this. You can have a border on it. You can change the color of the border, make it white, or you can have a thin border or no border at all. It looks like there's a border there, but once you actually play it, it will not show. So yeah, and then within this and within all of these options, there is the ability to change the cropping of both videos. So let's say my face was more over here or something. We could go to crop. There aren't a lot of options here, but there's crop to fill, which would allow you to change the size of the frame. Then you can move that to wherever you want, and then basically it will fill that frame with that portion that you've selected. So let's say I want my face to be farther to the left side. I would move this frame here, so within this frame my face is more on the left side. So this whole image is going to fill now the complete area. So if I go back here and play this, it's going to look dumb, but no, it's not showing it. Let me go back. Crop to fill. What do I have this set to? Oh, that's why. Let me switch this back to split screen. And then, like I was saying, you can change your cropping. Say I wanted it to be more on the left side like that. Now you can see I've moved the position of my face and maybe this way again. And you can do the same thing with this side of the video. Let's say I don't want to see him. I want to see more of the audience here in this frame. So I would click the video that I want to edit, go up to crop, click crop to fill, and so I go more over here. I want to see the back of her head real big. That's all I want to see in this frame. So go back and bam, it's filled it. It's exactly what I chose. Of course, the camera is moving, so it's not going to stay on her head. There are some interesting things you can do with that. Not in this area here. More, let's see, where was I before? I think it's only with the picture-in-picture, yeah. So you can kind of do a split screen effect in the picture with picture-in-picture. Like let's say I wanted it to be less than a half. I didn't want an exact split, so I could change that. Then I can change this frame to make my face visible, so it will be now on the left side of that frame, which is now scooted way over this little picture-in-picture, and I can move that. Okay, so but then there are also some things you can do, like if I do this and then I want to change, like, okay, I don't want it here anymore, now I want it to be small or whatever. I can do this. I didn't do that right. So there's this button here, and that sets basically on the timeline, now that it's not linked, it's no longer linked to the timeline. So I can hopefully I can make this make sense, but if I do that again, it will actually do an animation sort of. Probably won't need to use this, but see how this frame is moving? So I set two positions where it was a keyframe, they call it. So I created two keyframes, one here and one somewhere around here, there. So that's another keyframe. So it would basically just create an animation between those two frames as best as it can. Like let's say for this one, I want it to go from here to, got to go back to this area. And I want it to just change to be full screen. You see this sometimes. The little box will go to full screen. So you got to create two keyframes. And if it plays, it will just automatically. I can make it go faster by moving the keyframe closer together. This is the end of that, so I can put a new keyframe. Bam. And so that it's right next to it, it's going to happen really fast. So it's finishing that one, and it's like, and it's as close as you put it is how fast it's going to do. So those are some options. Dissolve, you can dissolve. I believe that's in and out of the frame. It dissolves it. See, it's like kind of a fade in effect, or you can do a zoom where it's more like zooms in, kind of different little effects that you can do things. Swap changes this video for this video, but it keeps the same size. So bam, now this is little, This is the big thing. You can do that if you want. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't know really of any other settings. There's opacity, which you can do like a transparent thing if you want. Fade, I believe. Fades at the beginning and the end. You can change that. Or if you want to just bam, smash cut, boom, no fade. Yeah, those are some of the options. Probably want to use this one mainly, but there you go.